distinguished guests, and men and women of the finest military in the world. And most of all, Admiral Mullen, Deborah, Michael, and I also want to acknowledge your son Jack, who's
keep the noise levels down.
Want to make sure he knows we're coming, or she.
Yeah, that's true.
Because if she's got some cubs, that's when you really got to work.
Yeah. You know what my kids asked me? They said, "You've got to ask the president. Does anything scare him?"
You know, well, when Michelle's mad, I get worried.
So just picture this: your own husband on live TV accidentally calls you a man's name. Not just once, but multiple times. That's what people have been noticing with Barack Obama, right? All these years, folks, have caught him slipping up, calling Michelle either Michael or Mike. And now, Jaguar Wright is stirring the pot again, bringing all those old whispers back to the surface. She's basically asking if Joan Rivers was actually onto something when she threw all that shade about Michelle.
Miss Rivers, how are you? You made a ton of news officiating the wedding in New York yesterday. Is this like a new cottage career move for you?
I am so excited.
Okay.
And I should do very well because I don't charge.
And do you think that the country will see the United States will see the first gay president or the first woman president?
We already have it with Obama, so let's just calm down.
Got it.
You know Michelle is a trans.
I'm sorry, she's a what?
A transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh. It's okay. She does this.
Okay, you know those whispers about Michelle Obama's sexuality? Her name just always comes up in these conversations, filled with speculation. It's one of those topics that just won't ever go away. And now, Jaguar Wright is supposedly pointing out even more alleged receipts. I've got them all for you, and some are pretty spicy. So, for starters, Dr. Rafael Espinazo, who was allegedly in charge of Michelle's care back during the 2008 election, supposedly said, "I know what I saw." He claimed Michelle isn't a woman who used to be a man. He believes she's just a man with breast implants and a huge shaving bill. He also alleged that on the campaign trail, no medical staff could get near her unless she needed vitals, which she supposedly never did. Listen, he said he walked in on him taking a leak standing up in a Trenton bathroom. And here's the kicker. He claimed they paid him millions for his silence, but after seeing what they did to this country, he couldn't keep quiet. He even dared them to sue him. For a doctor to say something like that publicly, it really makes you wonder, right? But that's not the only alleged receipt. There are past claims about Michelle being registered to vote as a man from These documents were allegedly obtained by the Illinois State Board of Elections. People point out she officially changed her gender to female in 2008, the same year Barack ran for president. Interesting timing, don't you think? Then there's Barack's half-brother, Malik. He's always stirring the pot about Michelle's identity. He asks questions like, "Is Michelle Michael?" It really makes you think that even family members might find things suspicious. Malik has actually speculated about this multiple times, even tweeting once that he could not confirm or deny the legend of Big Mike, aka Michael Levant Robbins. And get this, as recently as 2024, he talked about how he believes Michelle is a he, and the Obamas are supposedly trying to hide her true identity. Plus, people have always talked about how the Obamas only posted wedding pictures, but no pregnancy photos or pictures of the girls until they were 3 to 6 years old. Michelle supposedly tells the public that Malia and Sasha were conceived through IV. But the truth, allegedly, is that the daughter's real mother is Dr. Anita Blanchard. She's supposedly the same doctor who delivered the Obama daughters. There are even photos that went around of the two families vacationing together in Hawaii. People claimed the real parents, Martin Nesbitt and Anita Blanchard, were always following closely behind to keep an eye on the Obamas. So yeah, when Joan Rivers made that bold comment about Michelle Obama, maybe she did know exactly what she was talking about. Think about it. Joan was deep in the industry. She'd heard all the rumors, all the whispers, and she knew the kind of talk that was already circulating about Michelle. Some even believe she wasn't just joking around. They think she was dropping some serious tea that others were too scared to say. And what's crazy is this. After Joan's sudden and shocking death, not long after, whispers started flying again. People suggested the Obamas had something to do with it. Could it have just been terrible timing? Or did the Obamas have more involvement than anyone's willing to admit? I mean, it wouldn't be the first time they've been accused of, let's say, taking care of someone who got too close to the truth. Remember Tafari Campbell? The thing is, Chef Tafari had worked in the White House. He then went on to work as a personal chef for the Obama family after they left office. Back at the White House, Tafari was one of the chefs who actually brewed their White House honey ale beer, using honey from Michelle's South Lawn garden. There's even a video from 2012 showing Tafari and another chef demonstrating the beer-making process. Unfortunately, Tafari lost his life. What happened was, he was paddleboarding on a pond near the Obama's home when he lost his balance and fell in the water. He wasn't wearing a life jacket, and he wasn't attached to the paddleboard. He reportedly fought to stay above water before he finally succumbed. Tafari's body was found after a 2-day search in Edgartown Great Pond, right near the Obama's place. A police report says the search began after another paddleboarder saw him go into the water, briefly reappear struggling, then completely submerge. The witness told police they tried to swim to Tafari but couldn't reach him in time. They swam to shore and called. But here's the thing. A lot of details about Tafari's death just never added up. People said he had head injuries when he was found, which made them question if it was really an accident. There were also reports that he was found in less than 4 feet of water. And get this, the 911 call was allegedly made hours after he fell off his board. Plus, it was claimed that the Obama's personal coroner did the autopsy. Some even claimed Tafari was writing a tell-all book and was unalived because of that. Anyway, it wasn't just Joan Rivers talking about the Obamas. Prominent figures like Diana Lorraine also made speculations. She tweeted, "Michelle Obama is releasing a documentary on Netflix called Becoming. I wonder what she is becoming." Another wild comment came from Stu Peters, who wrote, "Barack doesn't have children and he definitely didn't have them with Michelle." He also named Martin Nesbitt and Anita Blanchard as Sasha and Malia's real parents. Nesbitt, by the way, is also the chairman of the Obama Foundation. Even Chelsea Clinton, in a tweet that's now deleted, once suggested that Barack married a man. In another instance, Lynn Wood, who specializes in defamation lawsuits, highlighted that the Obama children were adopted. He said the world was lied to about something so simple, and a good lawyer like him knows not to write anything they can't defend. Right? Well, Jaguar Wright has echoed all these claims about Michelle. She's saying the rumors aren't just smoke, they might actually be fire. She's even gone as far as to suggest this could be the very reason Barack allegedly steps out and cheats. It's a messy accusation for sure. But in the world of celebrity gossip, it just adds another layer to all the swirling questions about the Obamas. Plus, those cheating allegations aren't new. Remember Vera Baker? Barack met Vera back in She worked super hard to get him elected to the US Senate, raising millions for his campaign. But allegedly, things got super spicy between them. There was even testimony from a taxi driver who supposedly took Obama and Vera Baker to a hotel where they spent the night. The Globe even did an entire expose on this. The allegation was that Vera returned to Washington, D.C. after supposedly being exiled to Martinique by Obama's wife before the presidential campaign. The article claimed that when Vera worked for Obama on his Senate campaign, he fell hard for her. Apparently Vera knew he was married, but Barack was the one who made a fool of himself. The article even quoted a top DC source saying the couple spent the night together at the Hotel George. But when these rumors started making rounds, Vera was obviously devastated. She filed a lawsuit against the Globe for publishing the story. She said the story came from one of Obama's political opponents. According to Vera, these opponents didn't care about the harm it would cause her. They were just looking for anything to smear President Obama's reputation, even if it hurt others. Her lawsuit claimed the Globe deliberately meant to imply she and Obama had an intimate encounter at a hotel, which she said was false. The lawsuit stated the Globe published the story with headlines like "Cheating Scandal Erupts" and "Secret Video Could Destroy Presidency," even though there was no cheating, no scandal, and no video. But even with Vera suing the publication, people still had questions afterward. Like, was there really an affair? Did the video actually exist? Was she paid by the Obamas to deny it and then disappear, or was she forced to disappear? I don't know, but we also know there have been rumors of a divorce in the last 2 to 3 years. Michelle herself has even talked about how difficult marriage can be, even when you're madly in love. She's spoken about how she almost left her marriage.
People think I'm being catty by saying this. It's like there were 10 years Well, I couldn't stand my husband.
You do say that. You say 10 years.
And guess when it happened? When those kids were little, right?
Yeah.
And you're probably asking why. Well, here's what she said.
You know, you can be all great individually when you're just married. You got your life, he's got his, you come together. It's all, ooh, good to see you, bye, take it easy. And then you have kids.
Not take it easy.
Take it easy, you're traveling, that's great, good. I get to hang out and watch the TV I want to watch.
Right.
But the minute we had kids, it was like, where are you going? And how far? And you start measuring, it's like, how many diapers did you change? And
See, Michelle said that for a decade, while they were both trying to build their careers, manage school, and juggle everything else, she just felt like things weren't balanced. The problem, according to her, was that Barack was super focused on politics. Meanwhile, she was primarily taking care of their daughters, Sasha and Malia. She admitted that during those 10 years, as the kids were growing up, she honestly just wanted to leave the marriage. She even talked about how she'd start tallying up tasks, like how many diapers did each of them change? How much time was Barack spending at the gym? How did he even have time for golf? Basically, Michelle confessed there was a huge imbalance in their marriage for years, and she was the one constantly sacrificing. I don't know, guys. There's been so much making rounds lately, but we really have to ask ourselves, were Joan Rivers' comments just comedy, or was she dropping a bold truth wrapped in shade? Is Jaguar Wright just chasing clout here? Or does she actually know something the rest of us don't? Is it even possible that the Obamas had something to do with Joan's death? And what about all those lingering whispers of divorce rumors? Are they just gossip? Or could people actually be onto something? Seriously, let me know what you think in the comments below.